All right. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I hope we're all doing well today. Welcome back to the channel. I hope we're all doing well. All right. Welcome. Winter Splash, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Manacle, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Andy, good afternoon, dude. I hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, here comes something new, yeah. I mean, this thing we're about to try out, it is actually in a closed beta currently. So I'm just going to give you guys a little sneak peek at it today and show you what it's all about, really. And yeah, I mean, you'll be pleased to know that, I mean, it's not finished yet, so you might there might not be anything just yet to mess with, but welcome nevertheless. I hope you're doing well. Patrick as well, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Paul, welcome. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. And Bella, welcome to the chat. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Good to see all you guys today. So yeah, we've got something pretty cool to kind of just give you a little sneak peek on just before we sort of get underway here. Let me just check something real quick though. So you guys can probably hear the aircraft in the background sort of moving around and whatnot. Man, I hate the Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC system. Right, okay, cool. Alright guys, let's have a look then. Let's have a quick look. We're going to have just a little sneak peek at this before we get underway. Yeah, we are going to have it on for the duration of the flight, so you'll be able to see it. But I just thought I'd spawn us in here at Heathrow to begin with, just to kind of show you guys how this kind of differs to AIG initially. So today, for those of you who haven't realized yet, we're going to be using a closed beta of FSLTL today, and you might have seen the announcement for it. It's been under development for quite some time. I've been following the developments myself, and it's sort of getting to a place now where they're ready to start sharing a bit more with people. If you've been on their Discord, you've probably seen a bunch of different screenshots and things like that knocking about. So yeah, I've got access to the closed beta. I'm one of the testers for the development team, and yeah, here we are. We're here at London Heathrow Airport, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you this because as you can see, there are some planes taxiing around currently. Now, what I was kind of hoping to show you is actually the fact that they actually communicate with ATC, but for whatever reason, it's not currently working for me. It was working earlier on today. Oops. It was working on earlier on when I tried this, but for now, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why it is. That's why I was struggling with the Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC here. So yeah, it doesn't seem to. They don't seem to be communicating with the ATC currently, but believe me, they do. I've seen it happen. So yeah, just to have a quick look around. Nice little Boeing 777. Sorry, that's not a 777, is it? That's a 787. Taxiing out. British Airways, of course, at Heathrow. Turkish A330 taxiing. Looks like one of them needs to give way here, but it doesn't look like they're going to. But anyway, yeah, so as Bella said... Oh, there we go. All position, caution, Airbus on the taxiway. Yeah, so that British Airways just got told to give way to this guy. But anyway, yeah, so as Bella said in the chat, yeah, this package basically uses live data from Flight Radar 24. So it's using live data to display these aircraft and their movements and things like that. There is a little bit of sort of back-end magic going on that means that it won't necessarily always be, you know, perfectly one-to-one for real life, but I don't think that's really what they're going for. They're just going to sort of improve the general experience in the sim and just to make things, you know, a bit more immersive. So yeah, it's using sort of live data. That's where all these planes are coming from, and it's pretty cool, really. The aircraft in the sim will also speak to ATC, as you've just heard. Not the best example, I know, but they do also speak to the in-game ATC, and they will coordinate themselves between each other, which is quite cool. Pretty cool. The AIG one can't quite do that just yet, so that's quite cool if you use in-game ATC. I don't, so I mean, you know, as much as that is a nice feature, I tend to stay away from the in-game ATC for many reasons. But yeah, they've also made a bunch of different repaints, and they're basically using it as sort of a native format to the sim as well. So it isn't too bad on performance. I can tell you this for a fact straight away, that the frame rate impact is quite a bit lower, even though it's juddering a bit now. That's because I'm streaming, but you know, when I tend to do this, when I was messing with this offline earlier on, when I wasn't streaming, the frame rate was pretty good. It's definitely a lot better than the AIG traffic controller when that injects stuff. So, so that's that. They also have some custom sounds as well for each of the aircraft, so that's kind of nice as well. But yeah, that's a short overview. I don't want to go into it in too much detail here, and I just chose Heathrow because where we're flying from today is a much smaller airport, so you probably won't see any movements or very little. So yeah, I guess that's all there is to tell at this stage, really. Like I say, it is a closed beta, so there's still work to be done. It's still under development, and this is completely unfinished that we're looking at here. But it's a very good sort of starting point, I think, and I'm very impressed with what they've done, and it seems pretty solid. The way it works is it basically uses a traffic injector, it's called, a bit like AIG's traffic controller. It looks like that. It gives you a lot of information. It's actually really helpful to tell you what it is injecting and things like that. It's very simplistic, but it works, and yeah, I think it's pretty good start, I think. Hey Ramsey, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Am I on VATSIM? Yes, I will be on VATSIM. Yep, I will indeed. Are you going to join us? Winter Splash, good afternoon. I'm doing very well, yeah. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well too. Damn, on the long haul again. Brilliant, mate. Enjoy. MSFS ATC wants me to descend into a mountain. Yeah, they've definitely done that a few times to me as well. One of the reasons why I stopped using it, to be honest. One of the reasons I stopped using it. But yeah, the models look great, I think. Definitely on par with the AIG models, I think. And to be honest, I can't really comment on how they've made the models and things like that, but it does look great. And the installation is literally just, I mean, obviously it's not finished yet, so it might not be final, but literally just drag and drop. That's it. I'm going to make a YouTube video on it. To sort of, I guess, just kind of give a bit more of a concise and a bit more of a well thought out preview, if you like. Obviously, I'm doing it live on stream today, so yeah, I'm just kind of saying what comes to mind. But I think if I do a video where I can sort of put together what I'm going to say and whatnot, it might be a bit more informative and useful. I can have my notes in front of me and whatnot. So yeah, that is that. Let's go and jump in to our departure airport then. We're going to depart today from Lviv. And we're going to go back to Memmingen. So you guys may remember we had quite an eventful outbound leg to Lviv from Memmingen last time due to various sim issues. Fingers crossed we won't have any issues today. And we're going to do the return journey, which arguably should be, it should be a bit more interesting, let's say, in terms of... I mean, the approach into Lviv shouldn't have been that difficult for us, but it was because of, obviously, sim issues. But the approach into Memmingen should be even more interesting, I think, because it's obviously a very short runway there. And although it's not surrounded by terrain or anything, like you say, it is a fairly short runway. So it should be pretty interesting to have a go at that coming in. And as you can see, it's nice and snowy here in Lviv today. Oh my god, my frame rate. I think I need to do a bit of culling on my OBS scenes and things like that because I'm definitely noticing a considerably worse frame rate as of late in the sim, and it's only when I'm streaming, so it must be something I've put as a scene. But nevertheless, here we are at Lviv, and you've got some of the aircraft spawning in there as well from FSLTL. And one thing I did forget to mention to you as well, and you'll be able to see it here on this WizzAir aircraft here, they actually use the ground services as well, so you can see the jetway is connecting. They will use the pushback tug as well when they push back, and things like that. It's just really, really cool little details, I think, that they've managed to kind of get right, and it's very impressive. All right, now I'm gonna I don't know, maybe I'll turn it off for this trip or leave it on. I don't know. I'll tell you what, we're going to turn it off for now, and we're going to see how it works on VATSIM. Obviously, you can use the models for VATSIM model matching as well, and I do have vPilot open, and we have a VMR for it so far. So yeah, let's give that a try as well. So I'm going to be Wizz6725. Right, we're logged in. I'm not expecting too much ATC on the trip today, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. How's it work with VATSIM? Yeah. Andy and Ramsey, yeah, it still works with VATSIM. Yeah, you can use it for model matching. It works in a similar sort of way to AIG, really. You basically put all the models and the liveries into your community folder, and then you can obviously call upon them using a VMR, for example, which is what we're going to give a try as well today. Ukraine radar and Munich radar online. Okay, brilliant. Love to see it. Fantastic. It's from the last update. It happens to me too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely I have noticed a little bit of a performance drop. Oh. Wait, what? Is this someone on VATSIM? In Embraer? Let me just check. It certainly is someone on VATSIM in an Embraer. That's absolutely beautiful. Love to see it. I'm just going to move to a different gate because obviously they were there before me. Right, let's get down here a bit. There we go. Excuse me. Ian, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome. But yes, definitely noticed a bit of a performance drop since the latest update. Ramsey, yeah, me too. And yeah, I mean, it's not super bad, to be honest, because when I'm not streaming, it's quite good, actually. So yeah, my finger immediately points at my OBS setup. I'm also using DX12 today. I was going to experiment with that and see how that goes, but I'm half tempted before we even get any further to actually turn it off. I kind of feel like it's a bit... I don't know if it's actually giving me any kind of benefit here. Let's just try it for science. For science, why not? Okay, so we're logging back onto VATSIM now. Let's go ahead and... we'll go ahead and get some ground services on the go. Alright. Let's just take a peek inside this fantastic terminal before we go any further. Let's just take a cheeky trip into the duty free real quick. See if we can pick up some perfume for the trip out. Oh, they don't seem to have any. They don't seem to have too much. It seems to be the same on every shelf. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Not seeing too much by the way of perfume in there. Nevertheless, let's head on out to our aircraft. We are down there. Which is the way down now? Here it is. This is our gate right here. Number 4. Let's just do a little whoop straight over and down. Take the stairs. Get those steps in. Oh, nobody saw that. We're still in the jetway. We're still going down the jetway, and there we are. Beautiful stuff. And into the solitude and quietness that is the cockpit. Fantastic. All right, guys. Let's get things underway then, anyway, and we'll talk a bit more as we get on the way. So let's get the batteries on and external power on. We'll get the adheres to nav. We'll go ahead and turn the ground control on for the cockpit voice recorder. And crew supply oxygen on. Nav logo lights on as well. No smoking to auto. Emergency exit signs to... emergency exit lights to armed. Get the fuel pumps on. We'll run through the rest of the cockpit real quick. We'll get our lighting all turned up. Looking good. Great stuff. Alright. Alright. It's looking good. That's looking good. Integral lights. Bit of floodlight action as well. Everything else can stay off for now. Ground spoilers can go to armed while I'm here. Why the devil not? Let's get the ND and PFD turned up. Okay. Fantastic. Great stuff. Okay, so let's go ATSU, AOC, and init. We'll do that, and then we'll also request a META. Now, I don't think we have an ATIS for this airport. We do not. Let's go just for... one of these then. So we're going to go UKLL. And whilst we're waiting for that to come back, let's jump up top. Do an engine fire test. Engine 2. All looking good. And the APU. Oh, definitely not that one. There we go. Cockpit voice recorder test. Very quiet. You guys probably don't hear that. And cargo smoke detection test. There we go. Great stuff. Okay, fantastic. So let's see. Have we got a company message? We do indeed. Let's grab that. Let's get our META printed out. David, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So We've got winds at 1502 meters per second. Visibility is 6,000 feet and 6,000 meters, and overcast 2,800. Temperature is -1, and the dew point is also -1. QNH is 1007. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So back to the AOC menu. We'll go to weight and balance. We're going to send, and we'll start the boarding. Actually, I've adjusted this so it's a bit quicker. Let's just do it now because we're going to do self-loading cargo anyway. I'm just going to ignore that and just let it do its thing. Great stuff. Let's go back to the data page. Aircraft status. AirVac cycle is active and valid. Init A. We'll go to init request. Bringing all that information down. Cost index of 1.5. Cruising flight level is 380. That's correct. And obviously from Lviv to Memmingen WizzAir 6725. Alternate is Frankfurt. Okay, so you guys may remember this this first waypoint here very well. Cock up. I certainly do. I certainly do. So let's get this filled out real quick. Cock up 1 Foxtrot is going to be the departure route we're using today from runway 13, which should suit us nicely with winds at 150. Cock up 1 Foxtrot is what we want. We'll do obviously a briefing once we get this done. We'll go ahead and clear out that discontinuity, and we're going to go ahead and put in our arrival. Expected arrival is the KPT-1 Delta arrival for runway 24. Now, I can't remember what that stands for, but it's obviously a VOR station, isn't it? We'll put no vires for now, and we'll work that out a little bit later when we do our briefing. But I think that should do us for now. Okay, great stuff. No discontinuities there. For the departure itself, it is an RNAV departure, so we don't really need any VORs tuned here, but we'll go ahead and tune the Liv VOR anyway. So that's in. ILS frequency is set for our departure. That's fine. We're leaving it be for now because I think it's probably still going to be loading passengers, I guess. Yeah, it's still loading. I should just put it on instant, really, shouldn't I, if I'm using self-loading cargo. So we'll wait for that to happen. What we'll also do is we'll come over to the fly pad here, and we could go ahead and start the refueling. So let's do that. You know what would be a really cool feature actually is, you know how you press from SimBrief here? It'd be really cool if it took the figure, your block fuel figure from your flight plan, and automatically inserted it in here. That'd be very cool, wouldn't it? So 7 tons is going to be our block fuel for today. 7032. Let's press. Oh, I've done it on instant. Oops. Okay, never mind. We'll just leave it as it is. 7032 is fine. Okay, we can get the seatbelt signs on then. Right. How did I adjust the A32NX boarding speed? Good question. In the settings here, on the fly pad, and then sim options. Boarding time, it's here. I've got it on fast. Probably should have put it on instant, like I say, but it's too late now. But that's how you change it. It's nice and easy. Okay, so our initial climb clearance is... oh, we don't have one, in fact. So we'll just give ourselves a clearance up to our cruising flight level because there's no controllers really on here at the moment. Oh, actually, there is a center controller on, isn't there, actually? So I might need to just speak to them. Bear with me just one moment. There's 2 cock-ups? No. No. No, there's just one. There's just one. There's not just one. We're fine for now. We're fine for now. Don't worry. Okay, so we do have Ukraine radar. Wow, he's been on for 5 hours and 40 minutes, apparently. I'm just going to quickly look on the Ukraine VATSIM website, just to see if they actually control this airport. Sometimes they don't. In fact, it might say on VATSpy. Let me just check that. Yeah, they do. Fantastic. Let's have a word then. 123475. GPS primary. 123475. I think I changed some of my VATSIM settings as well. Bear with me. Oh no, I haven't. I've just got it turned down. You guys probably heard something there. Ukraine radar radio check.
Station calling visibility 5.
Fantastic. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. What stand are we at? Let's just check. Oh. Stand 4. There we go. Let me just write that down. I will forget. Oh, it's actually a short clearance, isn't it, when there's no ATIS, so... Let's see. Ukraine radar, very good afternoon. WizzAir 6725, stand 4 at Lviv. Type A32N, request IFR clearance to Memmingen.
With 6725, good to radar. Hello, clear to Memmingen via the, runway 13 news. Cockpit 1 Foxtrot departure. After departure, climb altitude 6,000 feet. Squawk 4304.
Clear to Memmingen via the Cockpit 1 Foxtrot departure, runway 13, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 4304, WizzAir 6725.
With 6725, feedback correct, report ready for pitch and start.
Wilco, thank you, WizzAir 6725. Okay, cool, we got it. 4304 is the squawk code. Put that in auto. Cool. Fantastic. Oh, the phrase was from last stream, yeah. It certainly was, yeah. Oh, you spoke to this guy 3 hours ago. That's amazing. He's, yeah, he's been on for a while. Hey, Preston, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Make sure to turn anti-ice on. Yeah, we certainly will need it today, won't we? 0 degrees on the dot. Okay, tell you what we'll do is, before we go any further, let's just sort out self-loading cargo. So we're going to go for a 320. Have we got a WizzAir? We do not. Let's go ahead and just get this started up. Ding. Let's start the boarding.
Ukraine radar Air Baltic 763, hello. Descent flight level 200, crossing flight level 337.
Baltic 763,
Okay.
Ukraine radar, hello, identified, cleared.
So, we've got the boarding beginning.
Arrival. Expect Dallas approach, runway 18 left.
We'll go ahead and fire up the APU as well now. Let's just see if the actual proper weight and balance has actually finished loading as well.
Uniform and to what,
yes, it has. Alright, in it B, that's done. 59.1 is the zero fuel weight, that's correct. And our block fuel is 7 tons, we've already done that, so we'll stick that in there. Average wind component is going to be a slight headwind of 26 knots. Stick that in there, and then I'm just going to leave the rest. Because we all know it doesn't really add up just yet. I need to do a bit more testing on that, I think. So our trip fuel should be 3.7. Yeah, 3.5. It seems to be 0.2 different, so maybe I'll try and put that in next time. Alright, so perf. We're going to do a flaps 1 takeoff. We are going. Are we going to do a flex today? Let's see. I think the runway is actually covered in snow, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I think probably we do a. We just do a toga takeoff today. Transition altitude is 10,010 feet, and V speeds are going to be 3.3, 3.4, and 3.8. Cool. Initial climb is going to be 6,000. Make sure we set that as well. Great stuff. Alright, we'll start our chrono as well because we've got APU avail. And I think we're all set up then, so we just need to do a bit of a departure briefing, which we can do now. So let's jump over to the fuzz pad. And we'll have a look-see.
124.670 at Baltic 73.
Okay, cool. So, here we are at Lviv, Ukraine. Probably saying that wrong still, but nevertheless, there we are. UKLL is the ICAO code, and the airport elevation is 1,077 feet above sea level. And here we are. Yeah, it's pretty small, pretty simple, straightforward airport really to move around. We're taking off from runway 13, which is obviously at this end here. We're currently here on apron B, which is the main terminal area. We can have a bit of a closer look by having a look at this chart right here. We're here on stand 4, which is right here. So we're probably going to get pushback facing to the north. We're going to taxi on down this taxiway. I think I had this issue last time. I couldn't quite work out what the taxiways are called. I think they're just numbered taxiways, right? On this one. So we'll taxi on down taxiway 7 all the way onto 1 and then onto the runway at the end. So pretty straightforward taxi really. Don't have too much to worry about. We're just taxiing more or less in a straight line. And then the departure itself is an RNAV departure, as I mentioned earlier on. We've got a minimum climb gradient to make, but yeah, it shouldn't be an issue at all for us. So it's just basically following these RNAV fixes. We do have some minimum altitudes to make. So let's jump over back to the aircraft and just make sure that's all in the box properly then. Alright, so we'll bring up Navigraph inside the sim. Something I always forget to log into before I actually start the stream, but it seems to be pretty rapid these days. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we've got Navigraph. So looking at our charts, we're going to depart from Lviv, coming out to LL401, which is in. We need to be above 2960, which is also in. LL403 above 3940, which is also in there. Excuse me. And then we're going out to Cockpit. Minimum altitude is 9,030 feet here at Cockpit. which is also in also. So that's great. No speed restrictions. Obviously 250 below 10, but that's given really. So that's it really. That is our departure. Fairly simple and straightforward, so not too much to worry about there. So I'm going to close that. And we're just waiting for the passengers to board now, guys. So let's see how we're doing there. 85 passengers remaining. Let's see how we're doing on this timer here. 3 minutes and 25. Let's go ahead and start the APU bleed. Get some fresh air in the cabin for our passengers. Okay. Oh. We're under the ground a bit here.
Ukraine radar, very good evening, lot 72.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Anti-ice, yeah, we've already covered. We'll make sure we get that on. Cleared to cock up, yeah, indeed. Yeah, cleared to cock up. I don't need clearance for that. That's my problem. FSLTL closed beta. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, as you can see, we've got this beautiful Embraer LOT Polish Airlines parked next to us on VATSIM. Looking rather nice.
Lot 70, Papa, report you inbound waypoint.
Looking very nice. 10,010. Yes, that is a bit weird, isn't it? But I think it's because they do a lot of stuff. Well, I don't think they do any more actually, but they're sort of excuse me. A lot of these sort of Eastern European countries, they use meters, don't they? So it's probably something to do with the conversions, I think. Well, actually, having said that, 10,010 feet is 3,050 meters. So yeah, I mean, I've not really done much flying in countries that use meters, so I don't know. That might be something to do with it. Let's see, Finn Hunter, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. I've had to reinstall AIG 3 times and it takes forever. There's issues with Delta United deliveries. Hope for a better experience soon. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is with AIG is when you reinstall it, you shouldn't actually really need to reinstall all of the liveries and stuff like that. You should be able to keep that separate. And then if you need to refresh all the settings back to default, you just delete the AI manager and or the traffic controller, and it's a self-contained package. So you should just be able to delete that and it'll refresh it. You don't need to get rid of all the liveries and stuff like that. That's just separate. You can keep that separate. But that's unfortunate you're having issues. I haven't personally had any issues with Delta or United liveries. What is the issues that you ran into on that one? And you will be pleased to know that FSLTL, what we're currently giving a bit of a try today, it's far simpler. Far simpler to install, you'll be pleased to know. Just in the current state anyway. You gave up on air traffic when it took 15 minutes to load. Yeah, it takes a while, doesn't it? Issue with the VMR? Yeah, I suppose it depends. Depends what you try to do, Andy. Yeah, if you're using obviously VATSIM, then yeah, obviously you need to look at the VMR. But if it's just live traffic, then it could be something else. The issue is with the texture itself. Interesting. Interesting. That is strange, actually. That is strange. Have you spoke to them about it in their forums? Well, I personally haven't tried British Av Geeks VMR, but he is very, very clued up on his model matching and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't really see there being too many issues with his VMR. I assume he uses that one himself as well. So, yeah, it sounds like it's... it does sound like it's some kind of issue with the download or something to do with the way it's distributed. So, yeah. But there is definitely no need to be rude at all, is there now? Oh, you cleared the folder and re-downloaded and it seems to be working. Oh. So what's your issue then? If it's working now. Oh, you were just saying it's just a bad experience. It's just hard. Yeah, I agree with you. The experience isn't that great. I've had on my AIG video, I've had like, I don't know, at least 100 comments of people who have struggled with the install and things like that. So you're not alone. It's yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I mean, yeah, granted to AIG, it is quite easy once it gets done. You know, once you've done the initial download, but getting to that stage is quite a hike. You would love to post on the forums, but the verification makes you answer literally 10 questions. Yeah, it does, yeah. Are you not able to answer the questions? I mean, I've been through them, and loads of people have been through them. I'm not sure why they have it like that, but, you know, just Google the answers if you don't know them. That's what I did. Andy, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. 2 more passengers remaining, and we're pretty much ready to go. So 1 more passenger. We'll wait for him to get on board, or her, and we'll get going. So let's close the doors. The jetway. We'll get rid of the external power now as well, and the catering and baggage. There we go. See you later. We'll turn the external power off. I don't think the external power is ever going to disappear because just Microsoft Flight Simulator, but there we go. We're waiting for the doors to close. Let's see how they're doing out here. Yep. Come on, close her up. There we go. Cargo door, please. Yeah, cargo door's still open. Come on, guys, take your thing. Take your conveyor. Out my sight. Imagine. 33% satisfied? What? Oh, we're late. Oh no, we're late, guys. Oh, look at that animation though. I've never actually noticed that before. That's dope. Alright, well we're late, so let's get underway anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get the dome light on. It's a bit dark in here. APU bleed is on. We'll get strobes to auto. And that'll do it for now. So before start, checklist. Cockpit prep is complete. Fuel message is sent. Gear pins and covers are removed. Signs are on and auto. The days are in nav. Fuel quantity is 7 tons. Takeoff data is set. Barrel ref is 1007 set. Both sides. Windows and doors are closed. Beacon light can come on. Thrust levers are idle and parking brake is set. Alright, let's have a word. WizzAir 6725 stand for Lviv, ready for push and start.
With 6725, push and start approved, face west, Gauge 1006, report ready for taxi.
Push and start approved, face west, report when ready for taxi, WizzAir 6725. All right, he laughed a bit then. Did I butcher the pronunciation of Lviv? I bet I did, didn't I? All right, beacon light is on now anyway. Let's see, he just sent me a message actually. In the F1.
Lot 72 Papa, contact Bucharest radar 122.0.
Anyway, right, pushing back.
Enjoy your flight, bye-bye.
Pushback face to the west, which is where we expected, basically the north.
Cockpit to ground.
Let me just get that correct. 131 correction. Just repeat it for me, please.
I should have got this guy connected first, but it's not like it's busy here, is it?
Thank you, and have a nice
Look
day.
at this, how we've got the correct lights on this aircraft as well. You've got the tail lights and the nav lights, very, very nice. I'm surprised, is this one of you guys in this aircraft right here?
Continue to flight level 380, Ryanair 9234.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed.
2% satisfied, guys. I forgot to change the time.
The parking brakes
God
are set.
damn it.
You may lift. Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Apparently it's pronounced Lviv. Lviv. Got you.
Standing by for
I'll
pushback.
yeah, I'll bear that in mind. I don't think I'll have to say it again though, to be fair. Yeah, I was gonna look it up just now, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need to, am I? Okay, let's go.
Cockpit to ground.
Let's start
We are cleared for start and push.
ET timer.
Parking brake set.
Lot 83 Kilofox 370
Okay, cleared for push start.
Lot 83 Kilofox with Ukraine radar, very good evening, identified.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence.
Alright. It starts, engine 2 starts.
Lot 8455, contact Bucharest radar 122.025, enjoy your flight, bye-bye.
12025, thank you for control. Have a great rest of day. Bye bye, Lot 8455.
Alright, I'll catch up with the chat once we sort of get underway here, guys. So bear with me. Let's see how that engine's done. Okay, it's a Veil. Engine 1 starts. I think that should do it for pushback.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake. Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect. Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
All right. Okay, both engines avail. Engine mode selected back to normal. Let's come over here. Let's check the fuel prediction page. And our CG is 24.6. Let's go and set that on the trim here. About there should do it, I think. Go ahead and check the electrical page. Got both gens taking the load now, and that's looking good. Bleed air as well. Hydraulics looking good. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the APU off.
A320
We're going to need anti-ice, as we said. We're going to go for wing and engine anti-ice. In fact, we'll just go with engine anti-ice for now. Excuse me. Check the ECAM status. That's good. Okay, after start checklist. Anti-ice is on. Engine anti-ice only. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is set, and rudder trim is 0.
Radar, hello. This is lot 8456 level.
After start checklist complete.
370 inbound Tibet.
Lot 8456, Ukraine radar,
Alright,
hello, identified.
let's get the transponder on.
390?
Stand by.
Auto brake can go to max. And we'll do a quick flight controls check.
Yeah, we are able level 390.8456.
Okay, full left,
Climb side level 390.
full right, and neutral, full up, full down, and neutral, full left, full right, and neutral on the rudder. Beautiful. Okie doke. Go for flaps 1 plus F. WizzAir 6725 on the apron, ready for taxi.
WizzAir 6725, taxi via taxiway 7, taxiway 1, holding point runway 13.
Taxi via 7 and 1, holding point runway 13, WizzAir 6725.
Lot 7, Papa Charlie, Ukraine radar, sorry, identified.
Alright, cool. Well, as expected, taxi 7 and then 1 to the holding point for runway 13. Alright, let's give it a bit of power to get moving. There we go. It's very murky here today in Lviv, isn't it? Very dark indeed. And believe it or not, guys, this is actually... I set the time to more or less the middle of the day here. Well, oh, okay. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought it was a bit earlier. Let's just set it a bit earlier. There we go. Okay. Andy, welcome to the chat. On Facebook, even. Yes, it is. Indeed. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator, yes. My frame rate is so bad. Look how much it's juddering. It looks like a slideshow. I'm intrigued to know what my frame rate is right now. I actually forgot to turn on the replay mode as well, god damn it. Oh well, never mind. Let's go ahead and get the taxi lights on. There we go. Oh, is this how it is in the fly-by-wire with DX12? Is this how it is? Because I've made a grave error then by turning it on today. I thought I'd just give it a try just for science, but it doesn't seem to be that great. Like, it's not as bad as some aircraft that I've tried, but it's certainly not that great. Alright, let's go ahead and just get the predictive wind shear on and the weather radar. We'll get our TCAS to TARA as we're close enough to the runway, I suppose. Let's check with the cabin as well. Let's give them a little bing.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Takeoff config test. Okay then, so before takeoff checklist. So flight controls are checked, flight instruments are checked, briefing is confirmed, flap setting is 1+F, V speeds are 3, 3, 3, 4 and 3, 8. Ecam memo is takeoff no blue, transponder is set, takeoff runway is 13, cabin crew are advised, TCAS is TARA, engine mode selector is normal and packs are on. Before takeoff checklist completes. All right. So we need to hold here. This is the holding point for runway 13. Bit heavy on the brakes there. Never mind. WizzAir 6725 at holding point 1 for runway 13.
675 runway 13, clear for takeoff of Lviv, wind 130 degrees, 3 meters per second.
Clear for takeoff, runway 13, WizzAir 6725. Alright, great stuff. He said Lviv. He said Lviv. That's how I said it, right?
122.025. Enjoy your flight. Bye-bye.
122.025. Thank you for service. Bye-bye.
Okay then. Let me just see actually what the performance situation is like on my computer at the moment. It's not doing too badly at all, really. Apparently Microsoft Flight Simulator is using 0% GPU. That's an interesting one. Anyway, let's get the landing lights on. We've been clear for takeoff. We'll get our takeoff light on as well on the nose. We'll get our strobes on. And we are ready to go. QNH is now 1006.
Radar lock 633, hello on full level 370.
Lot 633 Ukraine radar, hello then.
Okie dokie, let's go. Rolls up to 50%, stick half forwards. Everything is stable, up to Toga. Man Toga SRS nav, Man Toga SRS auto thrust blue. 100 knots. V1 and rotate. Gear up.
Ukraine radar, Turkish 463, flight level 350, good evening.
Turkish 463 Ukraine radar, very good evening, identified.
Leave a climb.
Okay, Turkish 463, expect vector pilot approach runway 16, wet ready, descent, flight level 240.
Expect vectors for 16 and when ready to send 240, Turkish 463.
Alright, there we go. We're speeding up. We're accelerating. Let's go to flaps 0, S speeds. And I am going to go ahead and get AP2 in.
Дякую, на все добре. Почуємось. Ryanair 923.
WizzAir 6725 is airborne, passing 4,500 for 6,000.
With 675 identified,
Climb now, flight level 360, WizzAir 6725. Alright, we've got clearance up to 360. Great stuff. Off we go. Off we go, guys. I'm going to turn the volume down a bit. I think I might have put it a bit too loud there. Sorry about that if you couldn't hear things. Uh-oh. That didn't look good, did it? That looked like it was about to crash. Alright, there we go. Nice little departure there. Pretty straightforward, really. Not too much to worry about. Let's go ahead and just clean everything up. So we can disarm the ground spoilers now. TCAS is all set. That's good. Anti-ice is still on, seatbelts are still on, that's fine. And I think that is everything. So, climb checklist. Landing gear is up, flaps are retracted, packs are on, barrel ref is set to standard as we're now climbing to a flight level. Great stuff. Great stuff indeed. Alright guys, let's catch up with the chat then. Let's see what's going on. So is FSLTL just using the same models that AIG is using? They seem to have the same designers. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't really know too many of... I don't know too many of the sort of technicalities with regards to the actual creation of the... the creation of the models and things like that. I believe, I can't really say, I don't know enough about it, but I didn't know they had the same people working, to be quite honest with you. Past 10,000 feet now, let's get the seatbelt signs off and the landing lights, nose lights, as well as the runway turn-offs. Great stuff. So yeah, I can't really answer that one, to be honest with you at this stage, purely because of knowledge, not necessarily because I'm not allowed to. What version of FlightSim is this? This is FlightSim 2020. If you want to call it that, I suppose. It's strictly Microsoft Flight Simulator, I suppose. How do you control the tug? I think Wintersplash already answered that, but yeah, it's just using the rudder basically. So we're using this this add-on here. This is an add-on, it's not actually part of the sim by default. Ambitious Pilots, it's called Toolbar Pushback, and yeah, it allows you to control the pushback with the rudder. Am I running different software? What do you mean by that one, Andy? Different software to what in particular? Let's see. Yeah, no DX12 for the fly-by-wire by the looks of things. Yeah, I mean, obviously the CRJ has been updated since the DX12 update, so I can understand that, but yeah. To be honest, it's the first time I've really done an airliner flight with it. I've tried it with a few other planes and it was absolutely terrible, but I thought for some reason it might be okay for the fly-by-wire, but clearly not. Careful the frames don't boot you from VATSIM. I don't think that's an issue in Microsoft Flight Simulator, Paul. I think that's just an X-plane thing. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not sure if that's actually an issue in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I know X-Plane, when you lose a lot of frames, it actually changes the way the sim actually does its calculations or actual simulation. I'm not sure the best way to describe that, to be honest, but in X-Plane I know it can become an issue, but I've not heard of it being an issue in Microsoft Flight Simulator like that. But yeah, I usually use DX11. To be honest, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to put DX12 on while I'm streaming. that was a poor mistake. A poor decision, should I say? But Roland, welcome to the chat. Nevertheless, hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yes, this is indeed live weather. Yeah, it seems like they've fixed some things actually, which is quite nice. I think they've done some back end tweaks, which is quite cool. Right, we're at flight level 210. We've still got a bit of time to go yet before we can expect any further clearance. Let's see. CRJ works fine, DX12, otherwise it's best to keep off now. Yeah, I mean I have been keeping clear, to be honest. I also noticed it was lagging if I had the replay mode under dev enabled. Ah, got you. I've not noticed that, but maybe it's, yeah, DX12. Yo, Zach, welcome to the chat, brother. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. It's been a long time. But yes, DX12, yep, fully aware that that is a beta. It actually says that as well in the options menu. So yeah.
Lot 8456, contact Bucharest radar 122.025. Enjoy flight to Sofia.
Sierra to 122.025 Bucharest, lot 8456, thank you, bye.
Finn says, not great beta when most of your default planes don't like it, lol, just Asobo things. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, in defense of Asobo, you know, they were completely transparent about the DX12 situation. You know, they were completely transparent from the beginning and said, you know, look, we're going to put DX12 in. That's it, right? You can't expect any performance improvement, nothing. It's just literally a direct port of the game to DX12. That's it. I think a lot of people have kind of sort of thought, oh, actually, is this actually going to give us a performance boost, or it's going to give us some new features or whatever? But in reality, you know, they never said they would do. So, you know, I mean, even the fact that it doesn't work with their planes is, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever, you know, it's literally just an initial implementation, just for testing purposes, really. So, obviously, you know, they're going to be getting the data, you know, they can take data from your machine and, you know, use it to improve it. So, it's good. Must be using a lot of processor. It didn't seem to be. CPU, 30%. I'm not sure why it says 0% GPU. That's so strange. Yeah, very, very strange indeed. OBS is using more GPU than Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know what's going on there, that, to be quite honest.
6725, proceed with Malbay, climb flight level 380.
Say again, waypoint for WizzAir 6725?
Malbay, Mike, Alpha Lima, Bravo, Echo.
Direct Malbay, climb at flight level 380, WizzAir 6725. Okay, so we've got a further climb, and we're going a direct to Malbay. There we go, direct. Flight level 380 is our cruising altitude for today. Let's just zoom this out a bit. So a little direct there, nothing too crazy.
Turkish 463, so left heading 360. Actually, correct.
Lviv must be the Ukrainian way. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Altitude 4,000 feet.
Left 010.
Oh, you guys like the gear cam, did you?
4,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that myself, to be honest. Always enjoyed the nose wheel cam. Got the gear cam here, nose wheel cam in here. We'll get that on when we come in for a landing as well.
1 to decimal 25, let Papa Charlie. Thank you, bye.
Just confirm 122.025.
Want the TCA add-on for all so bad, but I can never find any in Canada. Ah, that's unfortunate, dude. I would have thought the stocking issues would have been resolved by now. It's been freaking ages. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We are well through the clouds now, though. Whoa, my God. What in the world? Whoa, I've never seen that before. Did you guys see that? That was very strange. Okay. Okay. Let's go and turn the engine anti-ice off. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Let's see. I had to order the Captain Pack from Aerosoft in Germany. Yeah, that's actually where I got my my add-on from. I got mine from Aerosoft. Took a while to come, but that's where I got mine from.
Good evening, Los 3 Papa Victor, flight level 350 inbound.
Don't pull a me and change DX12 in mid-flight, crash your sim. Yeah, I definitely will try not to do that. Did I set my altitude? Is that what you meant, Paul? Yep, I've got everything. Well, I think I've got everything set. Flight level 380, standard pressure. Yeah, we're looking fine.
Radar 620.
Go ahead.
Can we get out of cockpit for 1 minute?
Come with me, we can work together in Istanbul. Why not? Why not?
And then you can pass your request to him.
Bokar, welcome to the chat. Can we play Microsoft Flight Simulator on a laptop? Yeah, I'm sure you can do. I'm sure you can do. I mean, it'd have to be a powerful laptop, I imagine, but you could do, yeah. Also, Nusret, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Not seen you guys in the chat before, so welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We're getting a lot of instability today, aren't we? It's not doing well, is it? It's not doing too well. Let's see. A lot of the models appear to be converted from FSX P3D, but FSLTL said they have permission to use them and host the files, unlike AIG, where they went for a different model. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right, to be honest. I know they've done a lot of the repaints from scratch because they couldn't convert those, but maybe the models. I mean, it sounds like you know a bit more than me already for some reason. But yeah, it sounds about right. I can't really confirm. But I will find out. I will find out and let you know. Like I say, I'm going to do a video on the add-on, so I'll let you guys know. Yep, so the weather, Andy, yeah, I think people have, I think it's actually fixed that. I did do a flight yesterday, and yeah, it caused some issues, but it seems to be okay today. We're still climbing.
675, leaving my face left at ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, enjoy your flight, goodbye.
122.8, WizzAir 6725, thanks for the great comments, bye. Alright, we're going to Unicom. Whoa, what is going on with the radios? Oh my god, I'm severely regretting my decisions with DX12 right about now. I'm severely regretting my decisions. Oh baby. But yes, I believe the live weather is fixed now. I think they fixed it overnight or something. They did it in the back end. They didn't say anything. They didn't tell anybody. Standard procedure, but I believe they fixed it. A lot of people on the forums are reporting it's okay. This is my first flight. Since then, everything seems to be okay, really. Temperature looks fine. We're still climbing, so I think we're good. Yeah, it looks like that's fixed, guys. Is there an issue for livery megapack since updates? Andy, the megapack, the livery megapack's not supported anymore by the developers, so it's not been updated in a very long time. So I would probably just say, just try and find other liveries, basically. Unfortunately, because the developers don't support it anymore, so that might be part of the reason why you can't see some of your liveries. Fog haze at San Francisco, fantastic, very nice. Yeah, I think people have been complaining about an issue that people have said that the clouds are spawning like too low down or something like that. And apparently, I mean, it looks like they've done some decent work on that. At Lviv just now, there was none of that going on. And that was quite a common occurrence, actually. So yeah, very nice. You need a sick bag. Yeah, I think we all do, to be honest. Yeah, it's not even the turbulence that's causing that. It's the freaking frame rate. The frame rate is just so bad. Dave, good evening, brother. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good. Welcome to the stream. Managed to do 3 complete flights, but they weren't pretty. Yeah, I managed to do a flight yesterday with the bug, but yeah, like someone suggested, I ended up switching to a weather preset once I got above flight level 240. Have they fixed the toolbar? What in particular about the toolbar, Dave? I think it seems to be working okay for me. How about I do a 19-hour flight right now? I think I'm going to pass on that. Should have a frame rate call out. I love that, Roland. Imagine that. Imagine that when you just sat in the cockpit, you could suddenly get a 30. That'd be so confusing when you're landing. Oh, the frame rate's so bad, guys. It's so bad. It's so bad. This is not good at all. Can we see anything below us? We can see some nice snowy covered fields. We should have the Alps on our left, but we can't really see them because of the clouds, unfortunately. You can sort of see the ground through there. You can sort of see the ground. So I came up with some new cameras, guys, as you guys might have noticed. So I've come up with this one, which is quite nice. Came up with this one as well, and a bit of this as well. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything. I saw that what's he called, Captain Canada, absolute legend here on YouTube. Go follow him, guys, if you don't already. Absolutely great flight sim streamer. He has some cameras like this, so I thought that's a really good idea. So I got some set up mainly for the reason that I can literally sit here. I can sit here in the cruise and we can actually look at the plane from the outside, and you don't hear the engines, which is quite nice when you're streaming because obviously, you know, you don't have to constantly adjust the volume. So it's quite nice because if you set a view like this, which is basically based on the cockpit view, it will only play sort of sounds as if you were inside the aircraft, which is quite nice. Gear cam, yeah, gear cam. Although having said that, that is not a new camera. I've always had that. I just forget to use it all the time. Can I do an uninstall tutorial for AIG when FSLTL gets released? Yeah, I can. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, certainly. Welcome to the stream anyway, Connor. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before either. DX12 reduced my performance by 20%. Yeah, that's a lot. Let me see actually. Let's have a quick look. Developers. Are you ready for this, guys? Do you guys want to guess in the chat what the frame rate is currently? Do you want to take a guess? I'm just doing a bit of a look around so you guys can get a feel for it. It is moving around, moving some cameras. Take a wild guess. Winter Splash is going for a very optimistic 45. Andy is 25. Deep Future Sim is in the teens. I think most of you are probably going to be fairly spot on there. I think you're going to be fairly close. I don't think it's going to be near 45, but yeah, I think the rest of the guesses. Okay, there we go. Around 20. Oh dear, oh dear. I've done a grave error today with this DX12 business. That's not looking good, is it? 20 frames per second. I'm not even moving the camera. Let's see what happens if I move the camera. I mean, credit to them. It is literally just pretty much stable at 20 FPS right now, at least. So, you know, that's not too bad. At least it's consistent. At least it's consistent. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, there's the frame rate. Congratulations, anyone who guessed near 20. I think the winner is probably going to be... Let's see. I think Bella wins there. Bella guessed 19. Yeah, nicely done there. Nicely done. Can we haggle? I mean, you can haggle, yeah, but I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, unfortunately. Let's see. How do you set up the cameras? That is a good question. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Let me just have a quick look at our flight plan here and see how far I've got to go. We've got plenty of distance to go yet. 463 miles. All right. How much is my processor speed? My processor is fairly decent processor. Let's see. Current clock speed is 4.58 gigahertz. And it's a 6-core 5600X. So not too bad, but it's not really anything to do with my hardware, the frame rate. It's more to do with the fact that I've turned on DirectX 12, which is the main issue. But yes, camera views. So the way to set them up, I might as well just show you guys right now, because we're in the cruise here. We've not got too much else to do. So what you need to do is, it's not like super straightforward. So you see these cameras outside, like for example this one. I mean, there's probably plenty of you in the chat right now who already know this, but I'm going to tell for the people who don't know how to set this up. So you see these cameras, how I am switching to them directly from the cockpit. So this is the cockpit. I'll show you my keyboard as well, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm just using my keyboard shortcuts, and I'm using Alt and the numbers. So these are my custom cameras that I've set up. So I think the default keybind for these is actually Alt and then the numbers as well, much like I'm using. And then the default to save a camera is Alt, Control and a number. I think I might be wrong about that, but they're your custom cameras, and that's what they're called in the options menu, I believe. If I just quickly go there and show you. Search by name. If I just type in custom, so there you go, you've got your custom cameras. These are my keybinds. These might be different to default because I've changed a lot, so that's what you want, your custom cameras. So what you need to do essentially is you need at least one of these custom cameras to be saved before you can actually set this up. So you need to do one custom camera. Now you'll notice that when you try and set your custom camera, you can't actually move it outside the cockpit at all. See, this is me holding W to try and move the camera outside. I can't do it. So you basically need to set just one custom camera. So for example, if I set, say that as my custom camera, for example. I've saved that as my custom camera. And then, whoa. And then you just need to quit the sim. Go to your File Explorer. And then you need to find your Microsoft Flight Simulator directory, which should look like this. Now, this is my path on my computer. You can see at the top here. Right here. That's how it looks on my computer. I've got the Microsoft Store version, so it might be different if you're on Steam, but basically you need to find your Microsoft Flight Simulator folder, which has all these numbers after it. Then you need to go into your... Now, I forget which one it is. Let me just make sure I'm right here. Yeah, so you need to go to your local cache folder, then sim objects, then you want to find the airplanes folder within this folder. So this folder is going to show up probably basically every livery you've ever had installed. Now, you don't need to worry about things that are in here, but you want to find your airplanes folder, which is right here. Double click on that one. Then you want to find the A32NX, which is right here. So flybywire A320neo. Double click on that one. And then you've got a cameras.cfg in here. So you can open that up with Notepad, which should be the default. So double click on that one. And then it's going to show this file right here. Oh my god, we're getting a crazy amount of turbulence right now. Look at that. So yeah, basically just open up this file, and then what you need to do is see this line right here, initial XYZ. You basically just want to change the X value, which is this one. I would just change that to like a -2, for example. And that's what that's going to do then. After you go file save, is what it's going to do is it's going to kick the camera. It's going to adjust the custom camera that you set. So say for example I set a custom camera like this. It's going to adjust the position of this camera, and if you put -2, it's most likely going to set the position of that camera outside of the cockpit. So it's going to set it like I don't know what a good example is. It's going to set it like something like this, for example. Something like this. right? So then what you can do from that point is you can actually move the camera freely outside the aircraft. And that's it. All you need to do then is just position the camera as you like. Like, it's not like, it's a little bit of a hacky way to make cameras. So it's not like super easy to move the camera around out here. But yeah, basically you just set another custom camera whilst you're outside here. You know, Control Alt and a number. You save the camera, and then there you go, you've got another camera. So for example, that's how I set up all of these cameras, like this one, like this one, like this one, this one, and that's how I set them up. That's how you do it essentially. I appreciate it's not super easy, but yeah, that is the process. I hope that answers a question for somebody, but nevertheless, if you're still stuck, there are some YouTube videos out there on it. If you look at Droya on YouTube, he's got a good video on how to do it as well. So it might be worth checking that one out if you struggle with that. But yes, it is a bit of a pain, Andy. It is a bit of a pain. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And I mean, to be honest, if you guys want these cameras, I could share my camera file for the A32NX for you. And all you need to do then is just copy and paste that into your A32NX directory. The only thing with that is that you will be sat on the right hand side like this. Actually, no. I can just share my custom camera file with you, can't I? And then you can just drag and drop it on that file. So I could potentially do that. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll look at doing that, guys. So, if you want to get that camera file, if you join up to my Discord, link is in the description of the video. If you join up to my Discord, I'll put a link on there once I've done it. Aviation Life, good evening. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. To be fair, frame rate is only really important on the ground in any flight sim. I set my default at 30 and get really consistent performance. Yeah, Roland, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm a bit of a sucker for a good frame rate, so I've kind of balanced my settings so I get a decent frame rate when I'm not on DX12. But yeah, you're right, really. I do like to have those smooth camera transitions though, so I try and get my frames quite high, but obviously can't always. But yeah, usually I have mine limited to 60, even though I've got a 144 Hz monitor that I'm playing it on. I have a Ryzen 9 5950X and my speed is not exceeding 4 GHz. That is very sad. That is very sad. I mean, I don't know what that CPU is actually rated to in terms of its speed, but you might want to check out your cooling solution for your CPU if that is the case. Because I have a all-in-one water cooler for my CPU, and yeah, I mean, I used to have a air cooler for it before. And yeah, I mean, it definitely ekes a little bit more performance out. Definitely get a little bit of a higher clock speed, but definitely not jumping from 4 to 4.6. Winter Splash has just entered Atlantic airspace. Very good, very good. Love to see it. Did I install Windows 11? No, I didn't. No. Any reason you ask? Your 5900X hits 4.9 GHz. Very nice. Very nice. That's good, that. Very good. Yeah, I mean, mine's 4.6 currently. I think that is the top clock speed for this processor anyway. So, what are you going to do? I'm I'm just a bit baffled by why Microsoft Flight Simulator here is not using any GPU at all. That's probably why we're getting such a terrible frame rate, but I just don't understand how that even works, to be honest. Nevertheless, I hope you guys are enjoying the flight anyway. This is a very nice routing, I think. It's a good length of flight, this, because it's, you know, you get a bit of time in cruise just to, you know, relax, talk to chat in my case, and yeah, it's nice. Passengers are feeling a bit more satisfied now, 72% on satisfaction. Let's get them some nice warm drinks to make up for the slight delay there. Let's see, the weather at Memmingen is currently winds are 180 at 3 knots, so very light winds, and over 10k visibility, overcast at 5,900, temperature is 1, and the dew point is minus, well, it's 0, and QNH is 1005. Very good. Very good. Alright, let's see what Patrick says here. On a side note, as far as... I tell you what I can do, because I've not been doing this recently, have I? Will it let me do it? Bear with me. Oh, come on, Restream. Do your job. Chat. Show me the chats, please. There we go. Opening browser. There we go. Okay, it's not going to work because... Right, that's fine. Never mind. Alright, anyways, Patrick says, on a side note, as far as Windows 11 goes, I'm not a beta tester or anything, but I have 2 machines that are allowed to update to come down. One of them is a Microsoft Surface Pro 7. And that, download that first, of course, install just fine. I have an older gaming PC, it's fairly bare bones, and updated that as well. Great, so how did that go then, Patrick? Did it all work okay? Does it work fine with the sim? It'd probably be a good idea if I read your following messages as well, wouldn't it? My primary gaming PC, which has everything or not. I use Microsoft Office, video editing software is not yet updated. But it says it's not valid to be updated. For my 2 gaming PCs, I bought a TPM2 module, which apparently is required for Windows 11. Certainly is. TPM cost me $38 and $80 respectively. It's better than buying a new PC. Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is. And that's pretty good that you can actually buy a TPM module. I didn't realize you could do that, to be honest with you. That's pretty cool. But yeah, how's it gone? Is it working okay with the sim and things like that? I am eligible for the Windows 11 upgrade. I'm just not doing it yet because, well, I want to do a clean install and I'm just not ready yet to do that. I'm very good. I got a massive liquid cooler and for my CPU, it literally never hit more than 55. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I think mine's about the same. I don't think I ever really see mine go above sort of 55. I'm on 54 right now. But the liquid itself is on 31 degrees, so yeah, looking fine. But yeah, water cooler I think was, yeah, it's a good investment, definitely if you're using FlightSim. Have they fixed the problem with the NVIDIA driver, says Daniel. Daniel, welcome to the chat. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome. Have they fixed the problem with the NVIDIA driver? No, I don't believe they have. I don't believe they have. I still use the studio driver, not the game ready. Yep. Yeah, I think other people have reported that is a good solution. Patrick says Windows 11 is working fine, no problems. I think the more complex your setup, the longer of a wait. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, well, good to hear it's gone well. Yeah, I think yeah, I've heard quite a lot of good things about Windows 11, to be fair, so that's good. It's so sad the fix I had for AIG didn't fix United liveries. Yeah, that is unfortunate, Finn. That is unfortunate, Finn. I mean, if you want to join our Discord and send me a message on there and show me what the deal is, maybe I can try and help in some way. More than welcome to if you want to. Unfortunately, the computer I have, Flight Simulator, is the one that's not updated. Okay, fair enough. Got you. Hey, Nephilius, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. All reasonably modern and modern AMD and Intel CPUs have a built-in TPM. You just need to enable in the BIOS. Got you. Yeah, mine was one of those. I enabled my TPM2 in the BIOS, and I've just had a message on VATSIM. Let me just have a word. It's VN Radar, I believe. Let's have a word with them. So 11872. This rotary switch here, this rotary knob, just doesn't want to work at all with this frame rate. There we go. Let me just check that I've got the right call sign for this controller. I believe it's VN Radar. It is indeed, yeah. Where are we? Inbound Marek. Okay, cool. VN Radar, good afternoon. WizzAir 6725, flight level 380, inbound Marek.
WizzAir 6725, here's München Tower. Contact München Radar 134.15.
Oh, okay, my apologies. Sorry about that. 134.25, WizzAir 6725.
WizzAir 6725, negative 134.15.
13415 with a 6725. Thank you. Sorry. It's actually 118.772. That's my bad. Oops. I contacted Munich Tower there. VN Radar, good evening. WizzAir 6725, flight level 380, inbound Marek.
WizzAir 6725, good evening, identified, continue.
Okay, great stuff. Great stuff.
Ryanair 908 Golf, contact Wien 14675, goodbye.
Let's see, so there's practically no need for a hardware TPM unless you want full drive encryption, in my opinion. Yeah, Nephilius, I don't really know anything about it, to be fair, the TPM situation. All I know is that that's what you need. Yeah, I know there's been a bit of controversy about it, but what can you do at this stage? But no drama with Windows 11 here either. That's good to hear, good to hear. Let's see, I think I missed something. How do you see processor speed, says Dave. Let's have a look. So if you just go... In fact, you can just go on your keyboard and hold down Shift, Control, and Escape. That'll bring up this window. That'll bring up this window like this, Dave, and then you click on performance here at the top, and then CPU, make sure that's highlighted, and then just down at the bottom here you can see your CPU, your current CPU speed, and then your base speed over here as well. So mine is currently at 4.6, and then base speed is 3.7. And we're right down on the floor here. Let's see. I will say about Windows 11, you won't be able to have a start menu like the one you use, Bobley. It's very streamlined. Yeah, Andy, I've seen that. I'm actually looking forwards to that, though, to be quite honest. I think they've made a lot of improvements on the start menu that they just look better and more functional. Like, as much as I kind of like this setup right here, I mean, it's definitely a bit cluttered, isn't it? And you know, before I started using Windows, I mean, I've been using Windows all my life, but for the last sort of 10 years or so, my primary operating system has been Mac OS. And it's only really since I started using FlightSim more, and I decided more or less that Macintosh was, you know, I'm sure many people are aware that, you know, they're not very, you don't get a lot of bang for your buck, let's say. And yeah, so I decided instead to start upgrading my PC and stuff. So I started using Windows as my primary OS after coming from Mac. So I quite like the look of the new start menu, being, you know, a long-time Mac user, to be quite honest. So I'm looking forward to that. Everything works exactly the same as it was in Windows 10. Yeah, it does look very similar, just a bit of a nicer look, I think. No clock on the secondary screen, so that's a bit weird. I thought Windows 11 was all about having better better multi-monitor support. Why did he say contact Munich radar? He didn't. I accidentally contacted... Sorry. Yeah, he did actually. I contacted Munich Tower by accident. He must have just thought that I was on an approach. Maybe. I'm not sure. After installing the TPM2 in your computer, you need to enable it in the BIOS. Got you. Yeah. Yeah, well aware of that one, Patrick. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've done that already. I just haven't done the actual install. That was a very clean carpet. Yeah, certainly was. Someone's been hoovering. Someone's been hoovering today. Look at that. Absolutely spotless. Right. Let's have a look. Let's see where we are actually. We've been outside for a while. We've got 300 miles to go. 3.7. Yep, not bad at all, Dave. Yeah, if you find that if you start running some applications on your computer that use a lot of CPU, like the sim for example, you'll probably notice that speed actually goes up. Most CPUs will do quite a bit more than that these days.
Running 1, Whiskey Juliet, contact Praha, 127, 125, goodbye.
Yeah, Finn, it sounds like they've rushed it a bit, to be honest. It does sound a bit dodgy. Alright, let's have a look then.
WizzAir 2213, Unicorn 1228, goodbye.
Let's have a look at our arrival. So let's do some calculations for our landing. We're probably going to need auto brake. We're probably going to need auto brake medium for this one, but we're going to go ahead and do a calculation anyway. So EDJA. Let's get a METAR. There we go. got everything in there. Let's bring up the charts and just have a quick look at the rest of the details. So runway elevation is going to be 2053. 2053. Runway heading is 237, I want to say. It is indeed 237. Runway condition is dry. Runway slope. Let's see. There's a slight uphill slope, but it's like 30 feet, so I'm not going to bother with that. Landing distance available. In fact, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here, because I know some people don't know how to use this one. So let's have a look at that. Alright, let's do it like this then. So you've got your landing performance calculator here on the right. I've put in the airport code, EDJA. That's going to fill in for me the weather, so the wind direction, magnitude, temperature, QNH. That's all filled in. Runway altitude, you can get that here on your approach chart. So on the ILS chart, for example, right here. If we zoom in, on the top here you've got runway elevation 2053 feet. Runway heading, that is usually the inbound course of the ILS in a lot of cases, but it's, yeah, I wouldn't use that. I would go to the airport chart and take it off here. So runway 24 is 237 degrees, and then runway condition dry. Runway slope, you can actually work that out based on this chart as well, so you can see the elevation at this end and the elevation at that end. So you can see 2053 and 2079, so it's slightly uphill, but it's really not that much. So I'm not gonna bother with that for this calculation. And then we've got runway LDA, which is landing distance available. So we're going to be coming down on the ILS on the glide slope. So what we want is the usable lengths, landing beyond, and then the glide slope. So this figure is calculated from the threshold, sorry, not the threshold, it's calculated from the 1,000-foot markers on the runway. So that's going to give us 2105 meters. This needs to be in meters. Let's put that in there. Runway 24, obviously, you can see here. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, approach speeds, we can get that from our MCDU. So we'll close this. Goodbye. Perf. Next page. Next page. Landing speed is your approach speed, sorry, is your VAP, so 139er. So we're going to put that in here. 139er. And then the weights we're expecting, we can take this off our SimBrief flight plan. So if I actually bring that up here for you. OFP, we've got LAW, which is your landing weight, which is 62,235. So we're going to put that in. We'll probably land a bit heavier than that, I think, but we're going to put that in just for the calculation. So back to the calculator, go landing. We've got our weight, 62235, and then we're going to be full flaps. No over 8 procedures required. No yes to reverse thrust, and then calculate. There we go. So there we go. There we go. As expected, low auto brake is going to take us off the end of the runway. We need medium auto brake, which will stop us in 1,780 meters. As you can see, the landing distance available is only 2,105 meters, and if I just do this, you can see low auto brake is going to take us to off the end of the runway, basically. So we need to use medium auto brake for this arrival. I just had a little click on VATSIM. 1 sec.
Radar Delta X, Mike Alpha, good evening. Oscar Sierra Romeo, request taxi.
I just got a message on VATSIM, but
Oscar, Sierra, Romeo, text holding point 16.
I think it was the same controller that I'm already speaking to, asking him to contact him.
Delta Mike Alpha, Radar.
Delta Mike Alpha, AVLC at GAT in Innsbruck, request VSR to Munich and request startup information.
Delta Mike Alpha, I'm not covering Innsbruck right now, so monitor Unicorn 122.8, bye.
Delta Mike Alpha, 122.8, thank you, bye.
VN radar WizzAir 6725 just had a contact me.
Blocked.
Oh, got
VN
blocked.
radar, hello, airfield 2610. Level 340 with you.
Airfield 2610 identified, proceed direct Radli.
Proceed airfield Radli, airfield 2610.
We'll just wait for him. VN radar WizzAir 6725. I just had a contact me from you.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was one for you, sorry, disregard.
No problem, thank you. There we go, all sorted. Right. Let's see. I think they have a clock secondary screen in one of the insider rings. But yeah, they're definitely rushed. Yeah, well, it seems like a bit of a silly thing to remove because that's obviously a feature. That's how Windows 10 is, so it seems rather strange that they'd remove that. The whole new right-click menu has been shortened. Oh no, that actually kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, Finn. I like having all my options on my right-click. Paul, good afternoon. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. A bit late. No worries at all, dude. No worries at all. But yeah, I'm doing very well. Yeah, thank you. How are you doing? Deep Future Sim asks, yes, is anyone else having issues with the mouse clicking off targets? Yeah, I mean, in some planes I have. In the A32NX it's not really too bad, but in some planes, yeah, I definitely feel like the click spots are a bit funky. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Turn off lens corrections and graphics settings for that. That's an interesting solution, actually, Nephilius. I've not seen that one before, but nevertheless, I always have that off. Anyway, but yeah, maybe it can help. Maybe it can help someone else for sure. FCam, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I've not seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the stream. Does the Zinertek airport... Hang on a sec. Let me just... oops. Let's get a bit of this going on. I'm just trying to remember to use this add-on. I completely forgot that I have it installed all the time. Yeah, so is the Zinertek enhanced airport graphics worth it? Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've just released a new update for it, a version 2.5 they're on now. So yeah, I think it's quite nice. Yeah, I mean, I actually purchased the pack before Rex released theirs. So yeah, I think either of them are worth it. Both of them are very similar. So I think if I didn't have Zinertek, I would go for the Rex, because I think that looks a little bit better, but it's comparable, very comparable. But I think it's worth it, yeah. I mean, I think, you know, especially if you use a lot of the Asobo airports, which are using a lot of the default assets, and it improves a lot of that stuff. So I personally would recommend that, yeah.
Oscar Mike Sierra Kilo Yankee voice check.
Alright, let's do a bit of a top of descent calculation as well whilst we're here. So our airport elevation we're landing at is 2,000 feet. So we need to descend 36,000 feet. So let's do a bit of a 36 times 3. Plus 10 is 118. So we can actually set that now as a range ring in the A32NX, which is quite nice. So if we click on Pyreegue, which is our top waypoint, we'll go fix info, and we're going to put in EDJA. EDJA. And we are going to put in 118 radius. That's just going to give us a range ring around the airport there, so it can just remind us in case I somehow miss the top of descent, which is quite nice.
Oscar Sierra Romeo, wind 320 degrees 3 knots, runway 16 center, clear takeoff. 16 center, clear takeoff, Oscar Sierra
Now,
Romeo.
the airport itself it's not really surrounded by too much terrain, so it might not necessarily need to do anything else here. Another little trick that I learned is to you can actually draw out basically the MSA on this, which is quite nice.
Oscar.
So, for example, we could go next, and the MSA for this airport, you can actually have a look here if I show you guys on the ILS chart. So you've got the airport, you've got the MSA here. This MSA is based on the ALG NDB, which is this ALG. So we can go ahead and put in ALG.
675. Roger. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Which is 185 miles away. That's fine. And then we can put in a radius of 25 miles, which is usually what the MSA is. 1 and 2. We've got two little notes here. Let me just see. So within 10 nautical miles, the MSA increases. Actually, sorry, it lowers down. But we'll just go ahead and do this this little diagram here. So 25-mile radius, and then we're going to put a radial of 060, which is the opposite of 280. Is that right, actually? Let me just check my maths. No, it's not. That's an easy one as well, isn't it? Why am I even getting this wrong? It's it's 100, so we'll take the reciprocal of 280, which is going to point a line out this way. So we'll go 100, and we'll stick that in. You can see now it's created a smaller circle in the middle there. It's very difficult to make out, actually. Let's do a bit of this. And then we'll put it on plan mode. And there you go, you can see it much better now. So you've got a little circle in the middle here, and then you've got a radial coming out of it at 280, which matches here. And then we'll do 050 as well, which is going to be reciprocal of my maths has just totally failed me today. 230. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we'll stick in at 230. So come back down to the fix info page. Next page, and 230. Stick that as a second radial, and that then should match up. So let's go back up here. We'll zoom in a bit more. We'll go 40 miles, and then we'll go flight plan all the way to the end. Oh god, it's so bad on the frames. Holy. Yeah, and then you can see there you've got your you've got our 25-mile ring, and then we've got our 050 and our 280, which is basically marking off our MSA here. So we know for spatial awareness, really, situational awareness. So we know where we can really descend to. We've got a little bit of a funky line drawn here, actually, which I will probably have to deal with. I wonder if that's why we're getting a bad frame rate, actually. I wonder, because this happened to us last time, didn't it? Let's see. So this is the Kempton 1 Delta arrival, which takes us in from Kempton KPT, and it takes us to JA 454, 456, 458 and 438. Okay, so that's all in there correctly. I'm not sure why we've got that little funky line drawn there. You can see that there. It's like it goes to JA 454 and then it kind of comes back on itself for some reason. I'm not sure on that one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is, just for science, I'm just going to go ahead and delete a couple of these. Because at the end of the day, look at this arrival. We're going in and back on ourselves and then back out. Actually, no, I'm not, because we're on VATSIM, aren't we? We've got a controller on, because they might just vector us. I mean, that's what I'll do regardless. If we didn't have a controller on, I would give us a vector like from across here to the final approach course, but the controller might want us to fly this whole section.
Oscar Sierra Romeo, get Nixie 1 Whiskey. Get Nixie 1 Whiskey, Oscar Sierra Romeo. Speed,
let's have a look.
849.
I'm going to have a quick look on... Let's see if there's a controller on. Yes, I might just be able to delete these. I'm not worried about it. I mean, it might. That's probably not what's causing us issues, but we'll see. We can work it out. Yeah, so we've got München radar on, which is who we will speak to on the final approach.
Radar, good evening, Sweden 9440.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a gamble here. I'm going to take a gamble and assume we're going to get vectors. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to remove this discontinuity.
Contact Wien 134675. Wien 134675.
There we go, that's a bit smoother, isn't it? Yeah, it's still not perfect, is it? But what's the problem one here? 456.
Sweden 9440. Proceed direct Masur. Get Masur to Whiskey. When ready, descent level 170.
There we go. That's a bit better.
Masur to Whiskey arrival. When ready, descent level 170. Sweden 9440.
All right, we'll leave that in for now anyway, and see how we get on. Getting fairly close to our top of descent here. All right. There's a 10 frame difference between DX12 and 11. Yeah, there's a big difference for me as well. FCAM says, I think you are the only one on the net flying from the first officer point of view. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Why not? Bit different, you know? Neil says, sometimes those displays of the route fix itself when you get nearer. Okay. Got you. Katie Pilot does too. Ah, okay. Yeah, she does actually, doesn't she? She does. Love to see it. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we're approaching our top of descent. We're actually getting quite close here. So, we could do an arrival briefing, but we're probably just going to miss our top of descent if we do that. So, let's just hang on a little bit longer here, and then when we start the descent, I'll do a approach briefing. See how our passengers are doing.
6725, descent flight level 300.
Descend flight level 300, WizzAir 6725. There we go. Speak of the devil. So we're descending flight level 300. Let's go Thrust idle, descent, flight level 300 blue. There we go, great stuff. Let's go for auto brake medium. We'll stick that on now.
When ready, descend flight level 130.
When ready, descend flight 130,
WizzAir 6725, contact München 13415. Goodbye.
13415 WizzAir 6725. Thank you, bye. Oh, this frame rate. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't want to work.
Flight level 170, coming flight level 240.
WizzAir 2, question Lufthansa 25 Tango, Wien Radar Servus, identified.
Look, the numbers keep going backwards and forwards, even though I'm just scrolling in one direction.
204 Germany, Lufthansa 25 Tango.
One 13415. Come on now. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Delta Mike 458, Lufthansa 3613.
Correct.
München radar, guten Abend, WizzAir 6725, passing flight level 350, descending flight level 300.
This is 6725, München radar low identified. After Traun, proceed direct Juliet Alpha 438, expect ILS runway 24.
After drown, direct, say again, waypoint for WizzAir 6725.
6725, after Traun, proceed, correction, Traun, proceed direct Juliet Alpha 438.
Okay, after Traun, direct Juliet Alpha 438, WizzAir 6725.
That's the 3613, descent flight level 170.
Okay, so after Traun, we're going direct to Juliet Alpha 438,
1578, monitoring com 122,
which, let's see. Oh, Juliet Alpha 438 is basically the fix that we didn't delete. So that's great. I think I missed an altitude as well. Did I miss an altitude there?
3613, check in for Oscar, runway 26 left and 26 right, both active, expect parallel independent arrivals.
Bollocks. I didn't want to get alt star there, never mind.
3613, expecting NDB arrivals, runway 26
3614, both runways are active. I call you when you enter the TMA, which runway you can expect.
Lufthansa 3613, roger, both runways.
Jet 350, contact Wien radar 118.7.
Sorry guys, I'm just trying to listen for a sec.
Jet 350, contact Wien radar 119, correction 118.725.
118.725 to Jet 350, thank you so much, bye.
Lufthansa 9 Echo Lima, monitoring com 122.8.
122.8, danke, tschüss, Lufthansa 9 Echo Lima, bye bye.
Bijan 666, München radar low identified, climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300, Bijan 666.
WizzAir 6725, ready for further descent.
Yep, currently not possible due to airspace structure. I call you after Traun for further.
Roger, we'll await call after Traun with WizzAir 6725. Alright, we can't actually descend any earlier, sorry, we can't actually descend any further, so we're probably going to have a bit of a steep descent here. This should be interesting. So, after this next waypoint, we want to go direct to Juliet Alpha 458, sorry, 438, which is this one. So we'll get that in. Alright, let's get Meta for our arrival airport. We'll send that off. I don't think we've got an ATIS on, to be honest. We do not.
That's the 2613, rate of descent 2000 feet per minute.
Okay, so we're just going to wait for that weather report to come through. There we go.
With vertical speed 2000 feet per minute.
Lufthansa 3613, descend
There we go, beautiful stuff. Okay, so destination data. QNH.
It's a 6725, descend flight level 200 with 2000 feet per minute or less.
Descend flight level 200, 2000 feet per minute or less, WizzAir 6725.
Delta Mike Alpha radar contact flight level 80, QNH
Okay.
München 1007. No
So we're gonna go to flight level 200 and we're gonna go 2000 feet.
Thank you.
Or less. So we'll go 19.
Direct inbed.
So we've got speed VS minus 1900, flight level 200 blue. Okay, so destination data, QNH is 1005. Temperature is 0 degrees.
What's the message?
Winds are 010 at 2 knots. And the transition altitude for our rival airports, we don't actually know. So I'm going to put 5,000 because there's no ATIS. That is the transition altitude on the departure. So that's all good. Minimums are going to be 2,253 feet. That's set, and then we'll set our go-around thrust reduction. So we'll go for 3, 5, 5. Sorry, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3. Oh god, this lag! I can't type. There we go. So that is based on 1,500 feet above aerodrome level. There we go. That's all in. See how we're doing. Yeah, not doing too bad, but we're definitely high. We can finally see stuff out the window. Beautiful. Got the Alps down there. Look at that snow. Just sort of. You've got this very clear sort of separation here. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
The 1613 descent at level 100.
The 3613 descent flight level 100.
Yeah, so we're not too bad on the profile actually. We've got just under 80 miles to go, and we're at flight level 252. So that's not too bad really. That's not too bad. Hopefully once we get clear of whatever traffic is in front of us, we can increase our rate of descent a little bit.
With my autopilot, it's not letting me direct to inlet.
Okay, so let's do a approach briefing. We're going to have a look at that now. Okay, so we are currently on approach. Now, we're not going to fly this arrival route because as... Ooh, actually, let me just do that real quick. Oh.
666, pass your message again.
I forgot to do direct, didn't I? Let me just confirm that with him.
Bit of an issue with my autopilot. It's not letting me direct to embed at the moment.
Pilot 666, 3 Optimum, Alpha Delta Mike, Uniform Mike.
Optimum, I'll try that.
WizzAir 6725, confirm we are still authorized to go direct Juliet Alpha 438.
Yep, I called you and instructed you to turn direct Juliet 4, Juliet Alpha 438 after the round, and you're not doing that.
Correct, yeah, my apologies. I did actually forget to do that, hence why I'm just asking it is still okay to do it now, WizzAir 6725.
Yep, of course.
Okay, great stuff. So we're still good to go. Let's go direct then. That's all in.
So 2020 München radar low identified, climb flight level 90.
Okay, great stuff. He wasn't too happy that I forgot, but nevertheless Nevertheless, we are okay. All right. Someone says transition is 5,000. Yep, we've got that in there. Oh, the temperature, that's the one. Yeah, it didn't register, did it? There we go. Perfect. Thank you for that. WizzAir 6725 is ready for further descent.
WizzAir 6725, send flight level 100.
Send flight level 100 WizzAir 6725. Alright, cool. Further descent. This is going to be tough to get in here, guys. Okay, thrust idle, Des, flight level 100 blue. Guys, I'm going to catch up with the chat once we get in there, because I don't want to annoy this controller by missing anything else. So I'm not going to read the chat, but we'll do a quick arrival briefing just so I know what I'm doing exactly.
Mike Alpha, contact tower 1187, tschüss.
So,
Delta Mike Alpha 1187, danke, ciao.
So this is our arrival route that we were originally supposed to fly.
2020 max through to ZQNH standard 1013.
We are actually going direct from Traun, which is here. We're going directly from Traun to this fix right here on the end. So Juliet Alpha 438. So we're cutting off all of this arrival route basically. So we don't really need to look at that in too much detail. So we'll have a look at the ILS chart and then just make sure we've got that all in. So ILS frequency is 110.1. Let's make sure that is in. It is. Inbound course is 237. Airport elevation is 2079, which we've already looked at. Runway elevation 2053. The glide slope itself is 3 degrees, and we can expect to start down at 4,000 feet at Tucson, and standard 3 degrees. So not too much else to say there. Minimums are 2,253, and then if we need to do a go around, we climb on heading 237 and then take a left turn back towards the Algau NDB. So we're going to go ahead and get those tuned in. Okay, ALG. ALG.
The 3613, correction, the 3613, expect runway 265.
Okay, so that's about it. And then taxiing is super straightforward. It is a very small airport. We're just going to leave the runway, probably at Sierra, taxi on Sierra, and then November to the main terminal there. That is that. Hopefully we can make it in there though. $40 miles to go. So we're not doing too bad actually. We're sort of on profile, just a little bit high, but not too bad at all actually. All right, great stuff. I'm happy with that.
Also 2020 monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
Monitor the Unicom 118,
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice views. You guys will have to let me know if the ATC is too loud as well, by the way, people.
So 1613, fly heading 020.
Gunzo 3613, heading 020.
All right, so VS 1000. I'm just doing that to.
3613, contact München, 12.
I'm just doing that to make sure we don't get alt star like super early.
3.9, look at the 36 on 3.
725, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Descend 5,000 feet, WizzAir 6725.
So 6725, I also need a readback of the QNH, it is 1005.
QNH 1005, descending 5,000 with 6725. Alright, cool. Great stuff. So let's go to local QNH, which is 1005. We're going to go to thrust idle, DES, 5,000 blue. QNH is set to 1005. Passing through 10,000 feet now. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights on. The nose light to take off and the runway turn off lights on. We'll get the seatbelt signs on as well. Alright.
München EDJA Austin 3640 at flight level 60 with you.
Okay.
3640 München radar low identified, climb by asset, flight level 190.
Wayne, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I'm going to catch up with the chat once we get in because I don't want to annoy this controller any more than I already have. Okay, so we're descending to an altitude anyway. Approach checklist. So briefing is confirmed. ECAM status is checked. Landing distance is about 25 miles. Seatbelts are on. Barrel ref is set 1005 both sides. Minimums are 2253 set. Engine mode selector is normal. Approach checklist complete. Okay. Great stuff. So let's see, can we see the airfield from here? That is the question. I don't believe so. It should be like just off our sort of 10 o'clock, right? No. Can't see it. I don't know about you guys, but I can't see it. I feel like you should be able to see airports this far away, you know? Or at least this distance. You know, when you're looking this far away, it shouldn't be, like, it's quite blurry that at the back there. You know what I mean?
3640, contact Wien radar, frequency 118, decimal direction, step by. 3640, it is Wien 118725.
So we're going to stick this in. EDJA. Oh, it's frozen. It's frozen. That's not good. If it crashes now, I'm going to cry. This is not looking good, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, we're back! Oh, we're back! Brilliant! I literally thought we had... That was 100% going to crash then. EDJA 24. In here. 17 miles to go. Let's go for approach phase. Active. Come on. It's so slow at responding. Okay, cool. So we're slowing down now. I'm going to give it a bit of speed brake. We'll get the LS push buttons in. So this is a very short runway, guys, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to butter it here or not, but we'll see.
6725, descend 4,000 feet, get ILS runway 24.
Descend 4,000 feet, clear ILS runway 24 with WizzAir 6725. Alright, so we're clear for the approach. Let's go for approach modes. We might actually capture the glide slope from this far out. Let's see. Okay, so at green dot speed, let's go for... no, let's just stay at this speed for now. We've got thrust idle, des, nav, alt, glide slope, blue, lock blue, 4000 blue. And we're looking good. So we're just below the glide slope at the moment. So most likely we're going to capture the localizer and then the glide slope. So that's fine. No problems at all. Let's get those ground spoilers armed. 11 miles. Let's go to flaps 1 now. Speed checked. Yeah, I don't know how good my landing skills are going to be, guys, with this frame rate. I know, as you guys may know, in the past it's been a little bit janky when I've tried to land with a low frame rate. All right, speed, glide slope star, lock star. 9 miles. We're at 190 knots. Let's go to flaps 2. Speed checked. Flaps 2. Runway is in sight. Okay, 8.7 miles. Struggling to slow down a bit here. But nevertheless, 8 miles. Speed check. Flaps 3. Just getting all the flaps out currently. Let's also go for gear down.
Mit 2442 München Red Alert identified, climb at level 290. Climb 290.
And we'll go for full flaps. Okay, great stuff. There we go. 4,000 feet is the go-around altitude, so I'll leave that in the window. 6 miles to go. We're slowing down nicely now. That was probably a little bit preemptive there, but not an issue. We've got no traffic around today. Let's go ahead and try do a replay today. Why not? I always forget every other time. There we go. Recording. Fantastic. Okay, so landing checklist. Cabin crew are advised. Let me just check they are. Yes, they are. Cabin crew advised. Auto thrust is speed. Auto brake is medium. ECAM memo is landing no blue after we give this a ping. Landing no blue. Landing checklist complete.
Sorry, second, please.
So 22, correction, that's not 25 Tango, München 133225.
München on 133225 for Lufthansa Tango, thank you.
This is 6725, wind variable 1 knot, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, WizzAir 6725. Okay, there we go. Wind's variable at 1 knot. Shouldn't pose too much of an issue, but nevertheless, we have got like 20 frames per second here. So let's see how this goes anyway, guys. Autopilot is disconnected.
1000.
1000 is checked.
The 2442 can get first time. Probability 2442 negative. Next climb with the next station. I hand you over in approximately 2 minutes.
Getting a little bit low here. Let's just pull the nose up a bit.
This Spinal to descend flight level 290.
There we go.
You're now above level 290.
400.
That was for...
Need to stay on that center line. You guys know what I'm like with that.
2442 descend now flight level 290.
100 above. 300.
It feels so much faster than what it actually is because of the bad frame rate.
minimum 200.
We're a bit high here. That's not that good for this short runway, but we should be able to rectify
100.
that.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
There we go. We are down. Full reverse decel spoilers. Reverse normal. There's that little hill. Beautiful. That was some butter.
442 contact.
Beautiful.
133.225.
Didn't mean to stop there on the runway. Never mind.
133.225.
Oof. I'll take that. That was pretty nice actually.
Und guten Abend, Mission Radar, Eurowings 2205 on your frequency.
Wings 2205, Mission Radar, hello, identified, climb flight level 330.
Come on, is it going to move?
330, Eurowings 2205.
There we go.
And CPDOC.
Alright, that's where we want to be. So we just missed our turn off, but we weren't planning for that turn off anyway, where we were planning for this next one here. Alright, great stuff guys. I'm freaking happy with that, considering the circumstances. Get those speed brakes stowed and the flaps up. I believe this is our turning right here. Oh no, that is a disused taxiway. Let's keep going all the way to the end. I didn't mean to come to a full stop there on the runway. That was an accident. I forgot to press the toe brakes down. Alright, let's get things cleaned up anyway. Predicted wind shear off. TCAS can come off as well. This can come to auto. Definitely too much thrust there for not paying attention. And here we go. Off to the right. WizzAir 6725 clear of runway.
WizzAir 6725, taxi on discretion, 1 Unicom, bye bye.
Taxi discretion WizzAir 6725. Thank you for your patience. Alright, there we go guys. There we go. Let's stop that recording there, and yeah, I'm just going to switch the radios. Look at the beautiful taxiway signage at this airport. I absolutely love it. This airport is so nicely done. I don't know how to describe it, guys. It's just so nice. It just feels so realistic coming in here. Like, look at the ground markings. Look at those. They are lovely. Right, let's get the landing lights off. And the strobe lights off as well. Nose light to taxi. And we're going down here. Let me just slow down a bit more. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Right. The apron is up ahead. We've got decent visibility. Let's go ahead and just turn the nose light off now already. Start the APU up. Seatbelts are still on. Do-do-do. Right, how do we get in here? I think you got to do a bit of this, don't you? And then you swing it round to the right. And then we're going to come in line with the first stop bar there, I believe. Oh, we're a bit wonky. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's get. Is the APU avail? It is indeed. Let's get both the engines off, and we'll go. APU bleeds. External power can come on as well. Fuel pumps off. Beacon light can come off as well. Seat belts can come off, and we'll leave it like that for now. We'll get some ground services connected so we can disembark our very patient passengers today. Obviously, we were a little bit late departing. Let's get all that stuff connected. Is it going to do anything? I think it's just spawned it. We need to click it again to actually get it to work. There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. There we go. Where's self-loading cargo? There we go. Look at that. 111 feet per minute. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alright, yeah. I'm happy with that, guys. I'm happy with that. Let me catch up with the chat as well just before we go any further, because I have missed a few messages here just while we were landing. So, let's see. Get yourself a radio panel. It's brilliant. Yes, I would like to get a radio panel 100%. At some point in the future, I probably will eventually get my finger out and do it. Alright, let's see. Who won actually on the guess? Manacle. Manacle got it. Manacle got it. Nicely done, dude. Congrats. Manacle guessed minus 127. We were 111, so nicely done there, Manacle. Co-pilot landing position, yes, indeed. Ahmed, yes, indeed. Make sure to ignore the PAPI lights below 300 feet as they start becoming inaccurate. Yeah. I mean, I know they do become inaccurate as you get a bit closer to the runway. So yeah, I tend to, but you know, it's hard sometimes not to ignore them. But yeah, I do tend to, but I'm not sure if that inaccuracy situation, I don't think that is actually, is that even modeled in the Microsoft Flight Sim? It doesn't feel like it actually is though. Gadget, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Welcome. Sorry I missed the beginning. No worries at all. Well, you caught the most important part anyway. Very important F1 race today. You know, VATSIM controller actually asked me earlier on if I was watching the F1. I'm not sure exactly why. Why was it so important? I don't really know much about F1. Sorry. Is this Fred? This is Fred's airport. What do you mean by Fred's airport, Gadget? Oh, I see. He's done some incredible work on a great payment model. No, it's not Fred's. No, this is actually one of the... Unless Fred works for Asobo, this is one of Asobo's airports. Well, I say Asobo. It was actually developed by FlightSim Studio AG, as you may have seen in their recent partner video. But yeah, this is done by FlightSim Studio AG and released by Asobo in the Game of the Year update. But I'll have to look into whoever Fred is, because he sounds like a good guy. You'll have to link me up, Gadget, if you can drop a link to some of his work. Oh, wait, is Fred's not Beautiful Model of the World, is it? By any chance? Rick Rhymes, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Am I using Rex runways? No, I'm not. I'm using Zinertek instead of Rex. So it's pretty much the same thing, really. But yeah, Zinertek runways, which is... I don't think it's actually doing much here because this is a custom airport, but... yeah, I don't think it's doing much here. Let's see. Yo, Andy coming in with the $10 super chat. Absolute legend. I don't think that alert played because we were on the approach where I have my alerts muted. Can I replay that? There we go. There you go, Andy. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You're an absolute legend. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, and yeah, I'm glad. I'm always humbled to hear that people learn stuff from my streams. So, yeah, really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Very, very generous. FredsAirport.de. I'll definitely look that up, dude. In fact, I'll just put that into my browser right now. Oh, he's done a Memmingen as well. Awesome, dude. I did not know that. I've never seen this website before. But no, this is a different version. Oh, it's pay what you want. Oh, that's very cool. Very, very cool indeed. I will have a look into that. 100%. Does Zinertek give you a choice between new and worn runway markers? No, they don't. No, it's just literally the just one choice for everything, basically. I know Rex does give you a choice. Someone said about ground services. Where did I miss that one? Ground enhancement add-on. Mohammed, sorry, not Mohammed. I'm mixing both your names up together there. Ahmed, rather. Any ground enhancement add-on? No, this is just... actually, no, I tell a lie. Yeah, I've got Latin VFR's AREX Europe installed, which is... yeah, you can see that here. So, obviously... well, maybe not obvious. Maybe not obvious. But you've got... so you've got like this this GPU, which is obviously, you know, that's not a default. So that's part of AREX. This is AREX, but yeah, a bit nondescript that, to be honest with you. And then you've got the catering truck, which is AREX, which has obviously got the Gate Gourmet branding on it. And then the stairs, the Swissport branded stairs, which is all part of AREX Europe, which is very nice. Very nice little add-on, I think. Let's have a quick look at the flight reports. So A+, we're delayed on our departure but early on arrival. Scheduled arrival 2042 on blocks 2021. Quite good. So those little shortcuts that ATC gave us was actually quite helpful, so that's nice. How do you blur the background and focus on the plane in the current view I'm seeing on the stream? You need to use the drone camera. So if you bring up the camera and then go to showcase, this is how it will normally appear, like this. And then you can use an Xbox controller to move it, or you can set keybinds on your keyboard. It's entirely up to you. And in order to blur the background, you need to click on here, drone focus mode, and change that to either automatic or manual, and you can change it there on the manual. Now, when you're not zoomed in, when you're at a wide angle like this, a wide zoom level, so 50% is considered wide, for example. Anything beyond that is also very wide. Yeah, so you won't notice, if you put it on drone focus there, you won't really get any blurriness, really, because it's quite a wide angle. So the way this drone camera works is actually quite similar to a real camera. So in order to actually get some blurriness in the background, you actually have to zoom in a bit. So if you back up and then zoom in, like that, for example, and then we go to autofocus there. There we go. We've got a bit of blurriness in the background. And if you zoom in even further, you'll get even more blurriness in the background. You see how the blurriness changes depending on your zoom level. That's basically similar to how a real camera would work, roughly speaking. Assuming all of the same aperture settings. But yeah, that's how you do it. Absolute pleasure. Yeah, no worries at all. We're not done yet, though. We're not done yet. We're going to have a quick look at the replay in a sec. Let's also have a look at the landing report here on Sim Toolkit, because as we all know, Sim Toolkit tends to favour my landings more than other applications, so I'm going to go with this one. Alright, there we go. So we've got 95 feet per minute on Sim Toolkit. As you can see, we were just after the 1,000-foot markers, so well within the touchdown zone there. Very good. Well within the touchdown zone, left of centerline by 3 feet, and the heading was off by 1 degree. Roll 0.57. Honestly, that was probably one of the best landings I've done in quite a while, actually. That was nice. I'm a big fan of that. G-force was 1G as well, so fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Alright then. Let's go ahead and have a look at the replay. So I think what you need to do to get the replay to work properly is you have to start the engines again, right? So I'm going to just Control and E. I'm also going to get rid of all the ground services. Are the engines starting up? They are indeed. Alright, we'll let the engine start up and then we're going to watch the replay. The only camera I ever really used was a Kodak 110 Instamatic. Very nice, dude. That sounds like a cool camera, not going to lie. Ahmed, no problem at all, dude. No problem at all. Good to see you in the chat anyway, and hope to see you again soon. Have a fantastic evening. Alan, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. What format am I on? I am on PC. Took me a second to think there for some reason. Yeah, I'm on PC. I'm on PC, yeah. Roland says, great flight, thanks. On way into Freeware RJCH. In Japan, A330. Very nice. I've still not flown that A330 that recently got released. Almost halfway around since Monday over Dateline next. Fantastic, dude. That sounds very good. Yeah, enjoy, Roland. Enjoy. Camera from the early 80s. Yeah, I guessed it could be an older one, but yeah, to be honest, even though I'm a photographer, I'm absolutely dire at, knowledge about cameras, to be quite honest. Alright, guys, so if you've enjoyed the flight today, if you've enjoyed the stream, we're not wrapping up just yet. We're going to watch a replay, but if you are enjoying it, please do consider hitting the thumbs up button either on YouTube or on Facebook. It really helps the stream, and I would very much appreciate that. Cal, thank you very much for the follow on Facebook. Thank you very much. Thank you. Andy says don't need to restart the engines, but you may want to disable GPWS. Okay. Yep, got you. I don't think we're not going to watch it from the inside anyway, so we'll remove that if we need to. Come on, engines. Do your job. Hey, Jack, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, just in time for the end. We're going to actually watch a replay of my landing right about now, but yeah, by all means, more than welcome to rewind the stream here on YouTube. And if you are watching after the fact as well. Thank you very much for watching this far, if you've watched it in the VOD. So, yeah, really appreciate that. Again, same applies. If you enjoyed, do remember to hit the thumbs up. Alright, let's turn the APU off now, and we'll try do the replay. Now, I know we've got a bit of a low FPS here, guys, but hopefully it will be a bit better in the replay. Let's see. Right. Here we go. Right. There we go. Beautiful. Nose cam. The nose wheel cam. Alan asks, is there a book or tutorial guide? I'm getting this on Xbox. Yeah, there is some out there. Yeah, there is some out there if you do a bit of a Google. If you check on YouTube as well, I would probably first go to YouTube. You know, there's tons and tons of really helpful stuff on YouTube. That's where I learned most of the stuff that I know about flight sim and aviation in general. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. Nose wheel cam was amazing. Yeah, I've had loads of comments about that today. Yeah, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. In fact, I tell you what, just for chat, let's do it one more time. Okay, is it going to work? No, it's not going to work. Not sure why the engines are currently on full power, but nevertheless. Oh, it's alpha floor, that's why. We'll just ignore what's going on inside. We'll just ignore the sounds for now, because it's the replay function, as we all know, doesn't really work that well. Oh, I've really messed it up here, haven't I? It doesn't like this at all. Sounds like we're on a climb, not an approach. Let's just pause it and fast forward it, see if it makes a difference. No, it doesn't. Alright, here we go, guys. Coming in for a landing. Let's see what my flare was like. Let's have a look at this. "50 feet. Coming in for the flare. And idle. Oh, tasty. I think there was a tiny little bit of a float there, but I think that was pretty much spot on, that. To be honest. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go stop replay and then press replay again and see if it sorts out the engines. There we go. And it gives us a chance to do the old one of these again. Boom. Ah, no, it's not fixed it, has it? That's super not that nice, is it? I'll tell you what we'll do is this might work. There we go. Resolved. Okay. Pause. Rewind. Here we go again. This is better, isn't it, from this side to get a bit of the light then. What about if we do a bit of this? This is always nice to watch. I wish we had a threshold cam like we do in X-Plane. Here we go. You can't hear when I idle the engines, that's unfortunate. Slight little flare, tiny little flare. Oh, let go of the pressure a little bit there. That was pretty good, actually. I mean, look at that hill there, though. Look how... Maybe we should have counted for that in our performance calculations. Did you see how much of a slope there was on the runway there? I know we said there wasn't much of a slope, but if you look at this, it's like there's a little like notch in the runway where it goes sharply upwards. You can see just here, right here. And it actually worked to slow me down quite well, but it's quite a sharp... I can't really see that being a real thing, because if you were going any faster, you would surely tilt upwards. Because that was super... It's quite a heavy uphill gradient, that. Alright, let's get a different camera and we're going to get things wrapped up here. So, where are we? There we go. Oh, this one. Let's go for this one. There's nice autumnal trees out of this side. Alright, guys, so that is going to be it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And massive thanks especially to Andy for the $10 super chat on YouTube. Much appreciated. Dave, no worries at all, dude. No worries at all. Obviously, feel free to rewind the stream. If you need to, you can go on YouTube and just watch any part of it back again if you want. Look at that wing flex there. And the roll spoilers coming up. The flaps aren't working though, are they? The flaps should be down at this point. Hang on, let me see if I do this. There we go. That's a bit more like it. Does the replay tool keep the flight from showing in the Microsoft Flight Simulator logbook? It depends which replay tool you're talking about, Andy. So I'm using currently the this one called Flight Recorder from FlightSim.to. Now that doesn't stop it from appearing in the logbook, but if you use the new inbuilt replay tool with developer mode on, it should still record the flight, but you need to close developer mode before you actually take off. So as long as you close developer mode before you take off, if you're using the inbuilt tool, then it should be okay. Paul, no worries at all, dude. Manacle, take it easy, brother. Paul Blackman says butter. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. I'm not gonna lie, that was butter. Thank you very much, Dave. And everyone else, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure today. Even though we've had a pretty ropey frame rate the whole time, we've still had a fantastic stream. Lots of nice discussions going on, and yeah, very much enjoyed it. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one. So thank you very much for all the support. Leave a thumbs up on your way out, and yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. See you, Paul. See you, Roland. Asa, take it easy, brother. Andy, see you later. Paul Blackman, see you later. Dave, see you later. Manacle, take it easy. Andy, thanks again. See you later. Alan, Jack, have a fantastic evening. Gadget, FCAM, Ahmed. Winter Splash, of course. Thank you very much for tuning in as ever. I'll catch you again in the next one. Deep Future Sim, have a good evening. And anyone else that's tuned in today, thanks again. Bye-bye.